Some good news from Ottawa. A young boy who's gone through 2 stem cell transplants, a cell boost, and more than a year confined to a bed is finally leaving hospital. Jonathan Pitre is known as the butterfly boy because of the rare skin disorder that he suffers from. It makes his skin as fragile as a butterfly's. The incurable genetic disorder causes his skin to tear easily and break into blisters. He spent 15 years undergoing countless treatments, but he could be heading home soon. Jonathan and his mother, Tina Boileau, join us now from Minneapolis. Jonathan, great to see you. How are you doing? Your friends want to know how you're keeping.
I'm going good. 3 weeks ago, something just clicked and it turned it around, and I've been feeling better ever since. So it's very encouraging, that's for sure.
Tina, what have these days been like, the last couple of days?
It's been something to get used to. We've been so used to living in the hospital for months and months now that it's been a breath of fresh air, almost like surreal, but we are spending most of our days at the hospital, but it's just getting into a new routine, really. I mean, it's getting his medications ready here and just getting a routine so that we can actually go on with our daily activities. We don't really know what that is yet, so it's been challenging, but very encouraging and it's exciting.
You're down in Minneapolis getting treatment. What has that been like? I mean, the steps of going through that have to be tough.
Oh, that's for sure. It's not a walk in the park, I can tell you that. When they tell you that it'll be one of the toughest things you'll ever do, you can believe it.
Tina, what's it been like for you?
It's been probably the most trying time in our lives. I mean, it really challenges everything you believe in. You go through the most toughest times with your child, and seeing your child going through so many difficult times and just not being able to do anything to help. But at the same time, holding on to hope that you know that things are going to turn around, and this is his best chance at a better quality of life, and that's all you hold on to. And just thankfully, we saw some improvement in Jonathan's skin quite a few months ago. So that was something that we were holding on to because he's been through so many other complications that could have been very discouraging at times. But at the same time, I mean, Jonathan's perseverance and determination really shone through. And I mean, he just shows us how strong he is day in, day out. It's been amazing, really.
Jonathan, the treatments that you've gone through seem endless. The doctors visited you and told you that you can go home. What was your reaction when they said that?
Well, at first I didn't really believe it, just because 2 weeks ago it didn't look like it was any kind of close. So when they finally told us that, it was kind of hard to believe at first until they started talking and explaining, and then we started to kind of swallow it. But it was like swallowing a big horse pill, so it took a while for us to kind of get out of our stupor and really believe it and strive for it.
Tina, what was your reaction when you heard from the doctors that you could go back home?
Goodness, I mean, we are far from being home, but we are discharged and into an apartment, which is a lot farther, like Jonathan said, than a few weeks ago. I mean, there was a rule in our room where you don't discuss the D word. Discharge is just something you don't discuss, because every time that we mentioned it, things would not work out. Jonathan should have been discharged last week, but unfortunately he had fevers. So, and it's always been more complications over complications. So it's always been very hush-hush kind of. So when the weekend happened and the doctors were like, well, maybe you can be discharged on Monday, it was like, let's not talk about it until Monday happens.
Well, we're glad that it did, and the Ottawa Senators definitely need you. Tina Boileau and Jonathan Pitre, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.